Alrighty. Well, it's become 8 o'clock, so let's get this stream going. Welcome everyone who's already here, and yes, the Caribbean main server is currently under maintenance. If you haven't been following along, the patch that's been announced for quite some time now and dropped earlier today, and it took them quite a while to get the server back up. It went up for a few hours and then crashed again, and they're currently looking into it. Apparently, it's a problem with the new auction system. Anyway, we're going to be streaming anyway, and I got a plan for this. We're going to be streaming for about 2.5, maybe 3 hours, depending on what kind of mischief we get into. First up, I want to show off what I can of the new bits, and we're going to do so by jumping onto the war server. I know that the free-to-play people doesn't have access to it. I do. I bought the game some time ago, so I have the war server open to me, and I can show you the new save zones and stuff. And then we'll jump into the PvE server, and we can take a look at the numbers and stuff like that. Hello, Warlike. Welcome aboard, buddy. Been a while. Far too long. Anyway, let's jump into the war server first and see what they did with the save zones and stuff like that, and have a chat about that. If you haven't yet, you can see the updated patch notes on both the Steam page and on their on the Naval Action Discord. There's a link to it as well. All right, jumping into the war server. So the plan for today's stream is, besides just having a bit of fun with Naval Action, because I haven't been playing for about a week now, is first up to have a look at the new features and the changes they've made today. Mainly the save zones and the changes to the gunnery and the hit points. Then we're going to take out a few ships and have a try. Okay, so on the war server here, you can see there's quite a few online on the war server now. A lot of people have been waiting for this patch to drop and to check it out. Hopefully it might bring them back. And with the Caribbean server down, some of the PvP players have come back to the war server, I think, for a bit. Anyway, if we open up the map, you'll notice something new. It's not algae spitting around in the Caribbean, it is save zones. One of the things they've introduced with this patch is save zones around a lot of major ports, and as you can probably see, almost all of the ports except for Puerto Rico and Hispaniola and the Great Brahma Bank all have save zones around them. These save zones mean no PvP. And okay, so basically anywhere that's green, you cannot engage other people, other players. That goes for the war server. It goes for the Caribbean main. On the P server, obviously, it doesn't really matter, does it? A lot of the initial comments on the safe zones is that these are, first up, too big, and secondly, that there's too many of them. Right now, you can more or less get around the entire map in safe zones if you wanted to. And I do like that they're trying to bring in sort of a new player area to fumble around in without being ganked and raped. But this might be a bit on the excessive side on my part. This is the first iteration. We'll probably see it tweak as time progresses. I know a lot of people on the Naval Action Discord have already mentioned this to the devs, that reduce the size, maybe even the numbers, but we'll see what they do with it. Right now, they've just basically changed the zone of control for each port to save zones and just excluded certain ports from it. In my opinion, it is definitely a bit too much. Anyway, that's how it's looking. How's map going? Yes, absolutely too big. But that's the current situation. I'm pretty sure that with a bit of let's just call it a bit of peer pressure, they'll probably change it for long. So, all right. Before I ramble on, by the way, is the audio okay? But anyway, that's the map. Another thing that's changed is the hit points and the cannons and stuff like that. But I want to show you that on the opposite server. So I'm just going to shut down the game for a second and change servers. Thank you, Stoic. Oh, it is good. Stoic says, I'm a new player. I've been playing a lot for the last 2 weeks. New players are hard to get start, and losing in PvP right away is a bit rough. Yes, I agree with you on that one. And here we go. Starting Naval Action back up. Yes, I do agree to why they're doing the safe zone, but it's a bit excessive in the beginning, or in this first iteration, I think. But we had the same problem. I haven't been playing on the Caribbean server for that long. I'm usually a PvE player. But I surely have had my issues around Mortimer and stuff like that, becoming a new pirate, starting back over. All right, we're loading back up with the peace server here. This is my first and initial account. I've been playing mainly on this one. A few friends around. Venom Northman. Anyway, what I wanted to show you is some of the few differences they've made. Before this patch dropped, a Trincomalee was around 3,500, 4,500 hit points on the sides, right? What they've done, if they haven't messed with thickness and penetration, but what they have messed with is hit points. So if we open up a Trincomalee here, this one was 3,500 before, and this is a teak, so that's 4,900. You see the thickness is still down 75 on this one, but they've upped the hit points on the sides. If we take something else like the ocean, usually I was doing, before the patch from Madness last summer, I think I was around 11 to 13,000 hit points on the size of an ocean, with about 145 to 153 thickness. Right now, have a look at this. I'm just going to open it permanently. The sides are only 85 thick still on a Livo teak build. However, notice the hit point on the sides. It's still 20. It's now 26,800, and the whole, or the central structure, is almost 10,000. And you can put upgrades on it as much as you want. So that's where they've really been tweaking it. They haven't changed anything about cannon penetration and nothing about ship thickness, but they've changed the hit points. And the way the hit points work now is, as soon as you get below 30% side armor, or armor in general, you'll start to take increasing damage to your structure as well. So that's one of the changes. How it feels, I do not know yet. So you're going to come with me in blind, trying to actually make this work. But let's see if we can find the oceans that's actually equipped with stuff. This one. Now, before we go with this one, I want to show you a few more things. We bring up a gun. Yes. Go into the shop. Medium gun, 42 pounder. I'm gonna buy one. Okay. So this is a 42 pounder. This is the biggest gun we can get, but it's just a medium one. Bring it up. What they've done now is they've made the base damage equivalent to the poundage of the guns. So 4 pounder does 4 damage, 6 pounder 6, 9 does 9, 12 does 12, 44. You get the point. So the 42 pounder now does 42 damage, and the medium one has a crew of 4, a reload 70 seconds, and takes 8 man. It does 4 crew damage. I have a crew of 4. Sorry. And you can see the penetration drop off 140 on 100 meters and drop down to 50 on 150. Okay, so that's a basic 42 pounder medium gun. If they then go down to a blown field, you see the base damage is just notched up a bit. Reload's the same. It does the same crew damage. Has another. It requires one more guy to crew it, But you see the penetration doesn't drop off anywhere. It's 145 all the way through. That's a bit heavier though. Yeah, it's about a ton heavier, but that doesn't really affect us that much now. The blown fields are considered like long guns. So let's compare it to another long gun. Base damage is 42, cannon crew, weight, and penetration. So the blown field is going to be the best one here. I don't think I have a Congreve 42. I don't. But if you take the 32 pounder Congreve, you'll see that still has a drop off compared to the other guns, but a bit more damage there. From what I've been reading, and I do not know whether it's true, but what I've been reading is that the Bouchiers, or however that's pronounced, are the major winners in this fact because they have a ton of crew damage. Anyway, that's one of the things they changed. That's the cannons. So they've changed the damage the cannons do, but they haven't fiddled with the penetration as such. Another major change here is the perk system. Okay. So right now we have the perk system as we know this window before, but notice the amount of free points down here. Before you had up to 10, now you have up to 75 3 points. Okay. We can go view all actually. What they've changed now is they've kind of amassed some of the books into one type. So everything that relates to seamanship is here, and for each one you can go up one level. Basic seamanship gives you a bit more speed, some yard power, and reduces your heal. And the further up you go, the better the bonus is. But you have to spend each of the points down the line. So getting to master seamanship actually doesn't require 5 points, but it requires 15 because you go 1 point. That's another 2. That's 3. That's 3 for 6, and 10, and 5 for 15. That's a perk you can put on. Gunnery is going to increase your decrease your dispersion and both horizontally and vertically. No reload, no gun crew. Boarding perks, as you can see for yourself on the screen. Defend command is cheaper, crew difference, and you can hire enemy crew after a successful boarding. Cost of attack is decreased, enemy morale damage is increased, and crew repair cooldown is significantly reduced. So you can use your rum during the board. Again, that's the best one, and it just increases as you go up. Next one is survival perks, starting with a bit of bailing, ending at a lot more bailing, urgent repair cooldown, more hull repairs if you do those, less sail damage, less mast damage, and less repair time. So that's another system. Survival perks going from basic to master. Then you've got all these other ones that we had before where they didn't really know where to put them, so they're still out there as singles. Only these groupings that kind of work off each other. Look at the sextant. Double charge is there, but double charge is not just double charge. It's a very important note. It allows the use of double charge and of double shot. So selecting that one perk will give you both of them. Area control as we know it. Mortar officer as we know it as well. Mortar reload, blah blah blah. Combat repairs, hull repair cooldown, and sail repair cooldown. You want that. Bravery perks as we know them. Cannon reload down to max speed if you're heavily outnumbered. Fleet control, again increasing the size of the fleet, going from 2 to 3, or from 3 or from 2 to 4. And then we have economy perks, when captain's connection, recruit, reduce the cost of hiring crew, shipyard connection, prices are better when you sell, hold optimization as we know it. Search, you get more upgrades from PvP, and you get Fisher. The worst thing that this system has, in my opinion, is that prepared is gone. I cannot find my prepared perk anywhere, and it was the second perk I took every damn time. First thing, sextant, because I get lost as soon as I leave port, and the second I would take was always prepared. is just so damn annoying getting that first broadside in your face when you should be loaded as soon as you get into a fight. Anywho, they've made a change to who start with it. I don't know that, but right now it's not in the perk system. Alright, so we have 75 perks to play with. So if we go with Master Seamanship. Oh, that's wrong. Alright. Master Seamanship. So we're down to 60. Alright. Survival. Want that. That's 45. I'm not really feeling the gunnery. Or the boarding for that matter. Let's see. Fleet control I don't need for this. Hold on station. No. I should be fairly good getting around where I am now. So double charge, yes. And go boarding. I've got 29 left, so master gunnery, fair enough. So master, yes. Okay. Alright. So you guys select now. What we're going to do now, we're going to get into a fight somewhere with something. Just to show you, we're here in Santo Domingo. And this is on the PvE server right now, so no green zones, not needed. Which ship do you want to take out? We can take the Laotian out if you want it. Got an ADR or Trink, Endymion, Agamemnon. We'll have something else in black, Victory. You pick. Put it down in the chat below and let me know what you want. Give you a few minutes to vote on it. So now I've been ranting a bit. So let me know what's your opinion of the new DLC. Oh, no, not DLC, but the patch. We'll get into the DLCs in a bit. And if you're wondering, this will be directly up on YouTube afterwards as well. So, come on, gents. Let us know down below. What do you want? Which ship you want to take out? Max is sitting there screaming. All like votes for the ocean. Kind of figured you would. Merrill says third rate. Gillian is going for the ocean as well, so we're tied for the ocean. I'm not a fancy YouTuber that had polls and shit running, so you'll just have to do it this way. So far we're locked on the ocean. Start equipping her, see what else comes popping down the line. Yeah. Logan says ocean 2. Alright. While we're at it, another thing they've changed, I forgot to mention that when we were looking at the hit points. Another thing they've drastically changed is the minimum crew and max crew. Before, the Laotian was 1100-ish, I think, for a maximum, and I think it was 800 something for a minimum crew, but I might be off on that one. But it was usually something around 2/3 of the crew as minimum crew. But if you see now, the maximum crew is 1296, but a minimum crew of 1200. That also means that they've actually changed the amount of crew you can have. Early on, I could have 1500 as an admiral. Now I can have 2500, which actually means you can have 2 Laotians with you in a fleet if you want to. Alright, so it looks like we're tied for the ocean, so let's get some books on it. What do we want? Gunnery, for sure, but encyclopedias first. A lot of ship handling. Gunnery. No. The fangs goes on, yes. And instructions. I generally go for that. Carpentry handbook or planking. Do not intend to board much. And what have we got on? We got St. Kitts Gunner. Gonna reload. Navy planking is on it, so +5 for the armor thickness. Good. Navy structure, another bit of armor thickness on it. Improved section for a bit of speed. And another master carpenters. Okay. So, with 3 to 1, no one else answering. If you're wondering why you can't type in chat and you're looking, it's a subscriber only chat. Okay, so let's equip that one. That's main. Talisman crew. Okay. And let's put some repairs on it. It wouldn't be the first time I've left port without putting repairs on. So they've changed hull repairs and stuff a bit as well. As you can see, this one actually takes 63 hull repairs per cycle. Which is quite a bit. Okay. That's my hull. 63, so 315. 5 cycles. 12 for that one, and rum. Alright, there we go. Are you guys ready? From what I've been reading on the Discord mainly, it is that people feel like time to kill has increased drastically with the changes that's been made. So taking down third, second and third raids is actually, holy hell, what's that? 6 medium, 1 large. Okay. That's a new combination. Regarding NPCs, they've also done the thing where they've reduced the amount of different NPCs. So they've taken out a lot of the ships from the rotation. But it looks like they've added in new fleet or enemy compositions. That's quite nice. I don't feel like going up against that one on the first run. I mean, I don't mind if this one sinks. That's fine. It's actually just a bit of me being rusty as fuck. Alright. So off the bat, definitely feels slow in the open world. Speed of this now. 8.68. Good damn. Great train. Anyway, that's the numbers for now. What we could have done is taken out one of the upgrades and put a St. Kitts hull in there, and that would have increased the hull HP with 50%. So bring that up to more or less 15,000. I'll just take a pin. Or like, no. Hold on. Speed. Bologna +7. Holy hell. Definitely did change that up. They have changed the rotations for third, second and first rate to be mainly around Hispaniola. That might be why we're seeing this sort of increase. Maxi! Welcome, buddy. Alright. So the count in my corner says 13 viewers. Hello everyone, and if you just dropped in, we've just been going through all the major changes this patch dropped, and we are out to actually have a try in a ocean to find something to smash around. 7 4s, no. I mean, pre the patch of madness last year, that victory +3 in this ocean, I would happily have taken it on, smiling and waving all the way through. Now, haven't really played for a year, and with the changes I've made, not so much. Calm. I am good, Maxi. Thank you. The update itself, I don't know yet, honestly. But you're about to see the first fight I've done since the update, so stick around, we'll see. Hit point changes and the changes to the damage of the cannons. Oh, that's a victory. Okay, let's go at least first rate to first rate, alright? Instead of the Bologna. I'm going for that victory, and it's a French victory, can't have that. But yeah, Maxi, it feels like, on paper only, I haven't tried it, we'll see in a bit, but the changes to the cannon damage and the severe increase in the hit points might mean that the time to kill has increased significantly. And there's both for and against those changes, but some of the people say that now first rates actually feels like first rates. Low, cumbersome, but with a hell of a firepower. So we'll see. That Vic BuzzFeed would be a perfect bait for 2. It would. I mean, the old days, you and me were having a blast, and if you had Warlike to sow some destruction as well, even the other fleet would have been a piece of cake. These days, yes, they say that getting the big guns in is definitely a good feel now. We're just going to slowly turn here, and we're going to see if we can kind of start this fight broadside to broadside. What they've also done is actually, well, according to them, increase the effect of stern race and stuff. Here you go. So, if in a line fight, getting in behind the enemy, this is a shitty starting position. Getting in behind me, enemy, getting rigs. See, we don't have prepared. Ugh. Double shots there. 2 and 4, 4 and 2. So, what was that? Definitely, from what I've read, people feel like the big guns are important again. Alright, what's he gonna do? Where is he going? Gonna go that way. And another thing, they've mentioned this particularly in the patch note, damage to your master rigging is significantly increased if you do full sails, and it's going to be significantly decreased if you just battle sails. Yes, not having the prepared is just dumb, because it's going to mean you're going to have all sort of shitty angles to contend with to get your basically get the fight open. Like, you don't want to start broadside to broadside if you don't have prepared on, right? You don't want to just take a broadside and not being able to dish one out. Alfred Moreau, yes, for him. Let's see. As we come back, definitely feels heavy, feels slow. We're not bouncing really, but if you just look at the damage, hardly anything. That's a full victory broadside. Wow. Okay. Loading battery might be an option again. Yeah, you're right. It might even be. Okay. Let's see here. We're on target. See shit from the smoke. Oh wow! Look at that damage! That's a full victory with long guns. Wow! Oh, wow! Okay, this is going to be interesting in a way. I don't mind this, the feel of this. If we get the leaks in, it's a bit high for leaks though. And I do have my reload back up. All the perks and the upgrades on this one, it does reload pretty quickly. And it'll probably help if I didn't shoot into the water though. Okay. Changing to ball am on the port side battery. You've got a full complement of gun crew. Oh, holy hell. Look at that number right there. 642 are needed for a full boarding crew. Holy heaps. Okay. Right, so we can allow ourselves to play around with this guy a bit. I was wondering if we should actually do 1 and 2, load up chain on the port side battery, and we could try and get in a chain rake in a bit. Yes, it should improve the feel of line battles, and also if you can get a line turned in between the enemy line. Getting rakes in should be a significant advantage or effect. Definitely feels slow. Wow. 5.4 we were running with the wind. I seem to remember boarding generally doesn't get worth very much. Alright, let's see if the A have gone smarter. I'm not sure they have. First off, let's depower to decrease the heal. Stop to turn, he's turning. Do the power again. Alright, Maxie, take care, buddy. But definitely come check it out. We'll have some fun with it later. Way too close for this. Alright, let's do this. I just want to see the effect. He's on 100% now. I'm not doing much. A bit more. It's definitely a different game with the first rank now. So slow and cumbersome. Missed most of those. Oh, wow, that wasn't much effect. I know it's not as rake as such, but damn. Change the ball arms so we get in behind him. So we get the reload up and come in on behind him, and then actually give him something of a rake. He's turning too fast. I'm going to load here, and then we're going to do a quick handbrake turn, let him come around. Focus fire down the side of him. We got the pump, doesn't matter because he's got no leaks on him, but you know. Blue Boy, it feels, I'll say initially it feels good. Time to kill might be a bit excessive, I think. But the first raid definitely feels like the first raid. I mean, she's slow to turn, slow to maneuver, and she's gonna hammer out damage. Mostly, but you can see we've having like 5 broadsides of double on the side of this victory already, and you can see the damage we've done, or the lack thereof. And it's not like we haven't hit her. So, alright, let's do 2 and 5. Let's do charge shot then. We're running out of double shot anyway. But it feels good. So far, it feels good. For a first raid, we'll probably end this fight, or when we end this fight, we'll probably dip into port and take out another ship, like a 3rd raid or a 5th raid or something. Scratch that. Have a sip. And as soon as the crewing servers are going to be back up, I'm probably going to head over there. Alright, took the pump out again. Alright, so do we want to start playing around with him some more? Yeah. Getting them brawl. I mean, he's using mediums that we can just pull off at range and let our long guns work for us, but I don't know why. I tend to get into a close range brawl, even with longs on. Caribbean's still down, is it, Stoic? Alright. Cool. Well, it's not like I planned on doing much PvP anyway, but... Then again, charge shouldn't really be doing much for us here. Have a look at that focus line there for each gun. That's definitely changed. We're not taking on water yet. Neither is he though. What does he have? 7 or 8 rounds of broadside so far. I think 2 charge shots and 5 on double, and we've taken down half his armor. I kind of like that feel where you we don't just smash ships apart and they sink. What I do think is needed if they want to keep these HPs on is a morale system outside of boarding. Morale where if you get seriously demasted or heavily damaged, taken on water, where you will actually strike, and maybe not you as a player, but the NPCs, because that might make it feel a bit more real, kind of a bit more realism if you can actually like force them to strike their colours. Knocking off a few masts and wrecking the crew. Alright. For shits and giggles, let's try run a repair cycle. 5 and 1. We're down to what, 60% on our starboard side. We'll run a repair cycle now and see how that works. My holy hell! Would you look at that number? 609 is needed for a full repair cycle. Damn. Hey, Burger. Nice view to join, mate. We're just checking out the numbers and the feel of the new patch. Yeah, I do think so, John. I do think that being able to... Oh, I need to slow down. Being able to force in some sort of surrender at some point if you do the right type of damage or immobilize the ship should definitely be implemented, but anyway, my opinion. Alright, so repairs are on the way. It's definitely going up, but it's definitely going up slower, which is not a surprise because it's a lot more numbers. Like, we lost 40% out of 26,000, so I'm not overly surprised that it's ticking up slower than we used to. I do wonder how this would feel if we had actually attacked that Bellona instead. Like, how would the damage feel? Oh boy, you can see here, I mean, it's 5.6 in speed. We're trading broadsides from daylight to dawn to dusk. It definitely feels like a prolonged time to kill currently. And this is a golden blue ocean with all the shiny bits added to it. So definitely feels different. They're still penetrating and doing damage, but yeah, feels like a more substantial ship now, even with all the damn holes. Jesus. Wish cheese, anyone? And again, look at him, he's not doing too good either. Alright, he's down below 30%, just about. So that should mean any damage he takes from now on in is going to be significantly more on his structure itself. So we'll see this bar starting to drop. And we know our own is 9100 hit points, so he's way about 8500 or something. Pump us out again. He might start to take in a bit of water soon. Maybe not. Wow, time really flies as we're having fun here, doesn't it? We've been going 48 minutes with the introduction, and we've had a fight for 15. Yeah. Alright, if you're sitting there having any questions or stuff like that, or specific ships you want to see next, let me know. He's slowing down somewhat. Oh, John, that's just mean. That's just mean. Incendiary ammo. I mean, it could be an upgrade for like towers and port defenses, like heated shot. But I'm not sure I want to see it on a ship. I know a few ships at certain situations had furnaces on, but it was mainly a land-based option, as it took a furnace and everything else to run heated shot. Right, So we're definitely feeling an increase in the damage he's taking structurally. You see he's already down to 40% now. Stardom is almost completely gone. Constitution. Yes, Meryl, I did see that they removed bracket fire from boarding. That I see why. It's just a bit annoying because I used it frequently, but it also means that you might want to prep for boarding a bit differently. Still take out crew and stuff. I don't know. What I also noticed was that they've made you somewhat resistant to incoming damage during boarding. So if you're in the boarding situation with another player and he has friends coming in that start to cover you with grape shot and stuff like that, you are more or less resistant to that kind of damage. So the PvP tactic of slowing you down and boarding you with a smaller size ship or something like that, while the other ones just bash away at you, it doesn't really work as well on paper anyway. I haven't seen it. So Connie next, maybe. That's a good idea. Connie's the best looking ship. It's definitely a pretty ship. I'm not sure I agree it's the prettiest, but it's definitely a pretty ship. Ingeman and Advanced are equipped because there was no damage output. Okay, I'll have to try that. Clearly. Bracket fire is no longer possible. Right, no, it's not. They've removed it. Alright, he's definitely taken on water. I wasn't paying attention, but his lower gun deck is below the wall line. Well, let's slow down. Yeah, he's sinking fast now. Have to be a lot smarter when boarding NPCs, I think, now because of it. Yes. You definitely want to make sure you play your sequence right and you use your run at the right intervals instead. He's down. Let's see if they changed anything about the loot. I don't think they have. No. But shall refit. What's he made of? Let's see. He's a teak Bermuda. Well, let's look at the numbers. Like, see the victory there. He's up 19,760 hit points on the sides. 2,600 unbound stand, and he has the central structure of 6,500 almost. Okay. What the heck? What's that? Crew? Maximum crew is 1,000. Minimum crew is 1,000. Okay. I think that bit is a bit weird. I don't know why they've done it. And I know they've changed the rank XP requirements. They've changed the amount of crew you can have, stuff like that. It might have something to do with that kind of balance. I don't know yet. Harry, yes, they did remove prepare perk so far as I've seen, or they've put it somewhere else where I haven't been able to find it. They did put double and what's it called? Double shot and double charge in under the same perk, so maybe it's under another perk. I just haven't seen it. I don't know. Not Connie, and then maybe commerce rating will LGB refit. We'll see how this £2 fare. Yes, I don't think I have a LGV refit on the PvE server though. So anyway, let's stop on back to port. See what we can find. Time for a drink on the loading screen. We're just going to hold on. Someone's there. Nice. Oh yeah, battle ratings. They've changed all the battle ratings. Ocean is now a 400 battle rating. So where before it was, don't quote me on this, but 900 something I think. But they've made it the battle rating for the port battles is still the same. So 2,000 for Santo Domingo, or 20,000 for Santo Domingo, You do the math, but that's quite a few oceans there. So yeah. All right, let's get into port, and we'll teleport to where we have something that's worth fighting in. Walleyes online. Hello, buddy. Where are you? That you fighting outside of me, is it? Let's text him. And if you didn't know, I'm Danish, so that text in your face is Danish as well. Alright. So, to whoever's dropped in, we are going to be doing this for hours more at least. We'll see what we can get ourselves into of shenanigans for the next couple of hours, just playing around with it. If the Caribbean server opens back up, we'll probably transport ourselves over to that one. Alright, so that was the ocean, and that definitely felt like a proper first rate. It was big and sluggish. So we have someone said Connie. I don't have a Connie anyway, do I? I think I do. Connie's been bumped back down to 4th, hasn't it? We could take out the Agamemnon, or we could take out the Trink or the Endymion, or my my little favorite, the Pirate Frigate. Yeah, the Rat. That's not funny. So, all right. Quick little poll. So you can get the Pirate Frigate, or you get Endymion, or you can get the Agamemnon, or a or the Implacable. Let me know. We'll go see what Warlock's up to. Gloucester. Does it sound like Gloucester to you? Gloucester. Gloucester. Really? Alright, fair enough. Alright, got 2 votes for Pirate Frigate, 1 for the Endymion. Three for the Pirate Frigate. We'll go Pirate Frigate. Let's get our ass to Mona. Yeah, popping over to Mona, and let's get in the Pirate Frigate, ship me. And looks like Warlock will be joining us. Let's give him a group in. There we go. Alright, give me a second here. Haven't used this ship in ages, so I just need to see what's on it. 18 pound of poots, or poots that's right, and 12 pound of blooms. It's got Cartagena caulking, Navy planking, Rich Gunnery Sergeant, Master Carpenters, Art of Ship Handling, Gunnery, the Fagel, Inside South Cannoneers, and Expert Commentary. Alright. So, 81 thickness. The Malabar T Dancing. Oh, it's a very old build, this one. I have more than one. No. And we got just shy of 1900 100 hit points. on the sides, 400 on bow stern, and 750-ish on the hull. 865 crew. Okay. Let's just check what take off. Okay. Oh, you better be ready, like. Alright. Let's take out the pirate freight. Mortar brig. Well, it's not a ship I've used that much. I'll admit. Mortar brig is exactly that. It's a brig where you can actually put a mortar on it. It's good for like fortifications and stuff like that. That's warlike. You see anything in warlike? Basically, in the center here, you'll add in a huge mortar, and you use it to shoot fortifications or port installations, stuff like that. Where you want to damage, yeah, ports and ships that are in port, or like Martello towers and fortifications like. I believe it was intended to use for port battles to take down defenses and towers and forts, but yeah, I haven't played around with it that much. It's the use of it is a bit weird because of the trajectory and the way you aim it, but it's fun to have and play around with. I think I have it in my Navy list simply from the fact that I was going through showing off all the different ships and colors in one of my series early on. All right, hitting a +1 might be a stretch. So third. Hey America, yes, I hope to see you after the summer too, buddy. Have a few odd days off here and there, and we'll see what brings. The exam is a month away, so that should be the breaking point. With the turning point, more like it, not breaking point, hopefully. Alright, Warlight's up for it. Now, this might be dumb. This is the third raid, and we're in pirate frigates, but hey ho. Go for it. Alright, this might be an epic battle, or it might be an absolute shitty battle. We'll see. 4, 2, 4, 4 and 2. Warlike is in. Thank you. It's actually a month away on the date. So yeah, 15th of June. Alright, let's see how she fares. I haven't read up on the numbers on the third raid, so we might be running. Adrian, no, I haven't posted any like videos and stuff. I started to play a bit on the Caribbean server when this patch was announced, more or less a month ago. So I've been playing on and off there when I had a bit of free time, and this is only the second stream since then. I haven't posted any like add-to videos and stuff like that. I'm still not sure that I'm back into Naval Action. Ow, 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 ow. But this patch is definitely a step in the right direction, and we'll see what we can make of it. So if this patch makes things a bit more playable, I might try and finish off the Through the Ranks series. Caveat to that, however, is that they have removed some of the NPC ships, and as they remove some of the NPC ships, I might not be able to find and fight and capture the ones that I'm actually missioning to complete that series. Well, we'll see. This is gonna hurt in a bit, isn't it? Angle that a bit. Not bad though. Even coming behind him. Not sure you want to take a third road on the nose. Right. Coming behind him. All like that. He's down there. Right, we can out-turn him. I'm not on Discord with Warlight today, so that's why I'm keeping the chat menu open. We just have to deal with it. Come on. Get in there. Let's see the effect of a rake. I believe they said that most ship could tank at least a full rake from their own size. The ones on the bow and the stern before they really start to take damage. But we'll see. Going in with the power. We've changed it for a couple of pirate frigates, Max. We're fighting the third rake. Right, he's going to slow down soon. That's the thing. If you can't really get in behind, you just wait until they come into irons, and then you have him. He's definitely in irons now. Should have turned. That was a shitty rake. It was the wrong convergence. Oh, I don't have any stern chasers on this one. Okay. Well, that did absolutely nothing. All I get in here and kill him. I want to be here right now. Oh, my sets us down. Ow. Alright. Did you guys see that? See how much damage I just did to him and he did to me. This is definitely a dumb idea. What do you mean losing it in a Cornelius fashion? What do you mean, Maxie? I don't tend to lose ships in spectacular ways, do I? Okay, I do. This is definitely... Right, this is point blank. I know we're outclassed by 2 ranks, but damn! Alright. Cornelius fashion. Yeah, I know what you mean. Right. Well, we're not doing much there. Ow. Okay. Turned a bit too quick there. All likes creating long range firepower. We're going to come in and see if we can get that rake again. And maybe do it a bit better than we did the first time. And hi. This used to be fun. Well, I still feel it's funny, actually. I do feel like we're taking a proper pounding when we get into his broadside, as we should. I mean, it's a 5th rate. It's a frigate coming under a still line ship. I know it's a 3rd rate, but it's still line ship. I do feel like the smacking we're getting isn't instantly crippling, but it's definitely punishing. Yeah. And I don't mind it. It's definitely gonna make it more rewarding once you actually pull it off. And now we need to start running. How is the Caribbean is back online? Good to know. Good to know. Oh, did it now? Good shout, John. Thank you. I still want to see what effect we can actually do in this guy on a rake. If you're wondering why Warlike is pulling you off to the off in the distance there, he hasn't played for over a year now. So he's completely rusty, and I do understand why he's taking the precaution. Bit quick. Really? That was it? Fucking hell. Okay. Run for a repair cycle here. Jesus. Five and a 1. Oh, we really need a few. Klingel, have a good fun. I hope you find a good fight to get yourself in, and you like the new content. Oh, not the content, the new patch. And thank you for the kind words, sir. Really glad that they've done something to get you going. It does take a bit of time to get the big ships down, definitely. I will give you that. We'll see if they tweak it down the line. Alright, Warlike moving in to take a bit of pounding instead of me. It's going to be interesting to see if they're going to keep focus firing on me, as I'm the most damaged. They used to. There you go. Interesting. I'm currently in sail sharp, so that's why my yard arms haven't been adjusted. This might be one of the fights that, if you get into it, discretion is the better part of valor, actually. Especially with gunnery like that. What the hell? And with slight delay, I just got the notification on Discord that the Caribbean server is back up. I'm just wondering whether Warlike's thinking the same thing as me. Run but another day. Oh, we could. All access is up to us. Basically, if we want to take this guy on, or we want to do something else. We can sit here for about an hour taking this guy down, if we wanted to. Definitely gonna take too long. Alright, we're going to break off on this one. It's going to take ages otherwise, but it was a good test though. I mean, I did 100 hits and 2 leaks on him. A few cannons, pure nothing much. And you can see here, he's taken hardly any damage from it. So yeah, time to kill has definitely changed, and the ability to kill something bigger than you definitely changed as well. With the ability to repair, we could have taken her down over time. Spent a better part of 10 minutes just doing that damage. 2 of us. Well, to be fair, we didn't hit as much, but hey ho. And the Caribbean server is back up, so viewer numbers are dropping back down. Makes sense. Just gonna run with them. But as you can see from both the chat and from my commentary, and if you've been on the Discord, there's like mixed opinion on whether the new time to kill is actually good or it's bad, or the changes in general are good or bad. So far, I like the introduction of the safe zones. However, I do not think that the amount of safe zones and the size of the safe zones are where they should be. I would probably reduce at least to 1/3 of the ports, or reduce it by 1/3, and at least reduce the size to about 50%, but more maybe. That's my personal opinion. The 1-to-1 cannon damage by poundage, I really think it should be by with a caliber a bit more than just flat out. Yeah, and they definitely need to tweak it just a bit before it's perfect. I'm just going to wait for Warlock to be able to jump out. I don't like leaving him in here. I know he's pretty safe, but I want to make sure he gets out. Other than that, I need to go and have a feel for the PvP stuff. So we're heading out. Warlock should be out any minute. Once we get out of this one, we're going to go. He's out. You're out. Hey, congratulations, John. Promoted to Admiral. Yeah, they've changed the XP requirement for the different ranks and also the amount of crew you can have. So I know some people had an increase in crew numbers and stuff like that. What the hell are we? Oh, Mona. That's not Mona. What the hell are we? We went up that way. Okay, I know where we were. Mona's right there. Just gonna dock quickly at Mona, and then we are gonna change to the Caribbean server. A bit. I don't like leaving ships out in the open. And if any of you watching are on the Caribbean server, you're more than welcome to come and join. Probably going to head out from either Mortimer or Isla Morada. Mortimer is probably going to be the first port of call. Right, that cough there. Numbers are swinging. Right, we're heading into port here, and then we're going to change servers. I'm just going to go quickly for a first drink, and then we're going to be right back at it. So probably like 5 minutes, something like that. We'll be ready to go again. You need to pop out for a second. I'm going to set the stream on intermission while I do this, and I'll see you in a bit. Alright, I'm back, so I hope you guys are too. And we are currently on the Caribbean server. The war server is just getting down. In the announcement on the latest update on Discord, it says that the Caribbean server is now live, and they were taking down the war server to update the issue. And then once they've done with the war server, they're going to do it to the PvE server as well. So good time to change anyway. I'm not sure where I'm at actually on the server here, but we'll see. I'm at Mortimer. Yay. Ravens online. Yes, my ship sold. Great, yes. Mail from KairoS. Nation. Oh my god, you gotta love a good player name. Anal Parkinson's. Klingon, is that you? he's saying the same thing. Kind of. Not to say that you're anal though. Examination. Let's see. What do we have? Got the Pandoras in Arthur's Town. Trade break, we don't want to go with that. Ingham and Lund, LGV, Lynx, third rate, not equipped. And we got a Trink and a Trink for sale. More like, hey, at friend. Like. Le terrible, Mr. Terrible. Alright, fair enough. Okay. Well, let's see if we get more like a ship here, and then I'm not sure what's the requirement on the Trink. 400. That might be a bit much. Anyone know what you start at now? Yeah, no Dutch ships. I get why they have fewer nations to choose from on the War server, but or not on the Caribbean server, but it's a bit. Would have loved to after getting into some. Into a few Danish ships, or to see a few more nations on there. Let's go and see. We're here on Mortimer. My secondary outpost is in Isla Morada, and then Arthur's Town. I have ship up there for some weird reason. Where is it? It's up here. There. I have Puerto Escondido. I need to get up there safe now. It's Warlike Wake, 120. Oof. Very brig, doesn't. Hell, what do you put you into? Is that one equipped? Not. Well, equip the Trincomalee and then go hell about Warlike with some fun stuff. No, actually, yeah, let's take the Trincomalee. Guns. 9 pounders, what are you? Got 6 of them. I need 22, 26. I need another 20. I need 28, 18 pounders, 28 of those. Boom. Let's see what we have. All refit. Rich time. Get a floating battery actually. Extra rum as all. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Ah, fuck it. Alright. Yeah. Misclick, but don't want to do that. Get the Congreve on here. There we go. Group invite. Main. Get him in on 8 and 2. 8 and we go 80. 2 around 300. Okay. All right. Oh, we need to set our skills on this one, don't we? Got all the crew that we need. Hire free crew, 320. There we go. Do have someone. Fine. Good to go, all like, I hope. Alright, let's go out and have a bit of fun. We're mostly going to focus on... see if we can get a rank or 2 for Warlock here, I think. Put down that for now. Holy hell, that's a lot of players. That's a lot of players. Alright. Let's see if we can find something. Yeah. I just told Warlock to pick a target, and he said 8 rings the target. Gonna be fun. I want to take the pickle first. Let's see if we can find some bricks or something like that. Alright, at least numbers are back up. We're with 480 currently online on the Caribbean server. That's good. Actually getting numbers. I think it was around 300. That's a couple of times I played on it. That's nice to see. That is nice to see. Someone's got stuck. Just gonna head around here, see what we can find up. Maybe go north to Salina Point. See what we can find. Drink. Let's just, both pirates. Brig. Alright, we'll have a brig ahead of us. We're gonna go change mostly, and Warlock can do the damage. And I told him to do the tagging. Both so he get a chance to remember how the tag works. And so we have a chance to actually join the fight, hopefully. Alright, group circle is good. Yeah, you can travel safely in your LGVs. Yeah, it's time to get Indiamans again. I mean, it is kind of a joke that you can more or less traverse the entire Caribbean just going by coastal waters. I don't like that. I don't mind being able to do some sort of runs semi-safely, but semi-safely, not completely safely. They should reduce the amount of ports that have safe protection in, and the amount of or the area in itself. Alright, here you can see the new BR changes in effect as well. I think he's pretty much battle rating 10 or 20 maybe. The brick is 17. Completely new battle rating numbers. It's not going to matter much outside port battles, because each of the ships still scale to one another, but it is definitely something to keep an eye on for port battles and stuff. If you hear something in the background right now, I think my dear wife is coming up, heading to bed. Just gonna give her a kiss as we closing on the fight. Alright, she's off to bed. Alright, so how do I do? Gunnery, take a lot damage. Warlock hasn't, really. More or less the same ship, actually. Basic brick. Oh, it is the basic brick and a brick, so he should be able to handle himself. And for those of you that know, Warlock's been a regular fighting buddy of mine for a couple of years, mainly on the PvE server. So he knows how to handle himself once he gets the rust knocked out of him. Right, decrease the heal. Not a bad hit. 23 and shock. Around. I mean, we're in a trink. I don't know. We're not in any kind of danger. just hits there. Just look parallel. Trying to get that main master or missing master. Yeah, no luck. Not sure how much damage he has left on that mast there. It's coming around. What we don't want to do is block Warlock from shooting. And I do have a tendency, as I said before, to get in too close and too personal. It's sometimes an issue. Oh, now I'm going to come in behind Warlock and then give him another round of chains. I think we knocked the mast of that. Let's see. Yep. Main mast down. Low down. Low pretty well. Down to 34%, so we can go down slow and just maneuver to see if we can take out the last mast. While Warlock is playing around with his food, get catch it. And we got the last one down. Stop here. Handbrake turn. Doesn't get any much easier than this, does it? Anyway, this is actually a pretty good way of getting new players a bit of XP once you get into the game. Get them into a fight and then help them by demasting or something like that. A bit more of a easier grind. Alright, let's see if we can remove the bowsprit. Nope. Warlock's trying to do mainly rates in stone raking. And if I remember correctly, they did say something about the patch note that it does significant damage, but not necessarily significant structure damage, but I might be wrong. Right, still binding back. Why do we have 75 guys in survival? We don't have any leaks, as far as I'm aware. We haven't been hit. Okay. Can you stack more than 10,000 doubloons now? That is damn good to know, especially on the PvE server. Alright. Good to know. Right, he's down. Sink in a minute. Right, stacking more than 10,000 doubloons is actually not bad. Thanks, good kitty. I didn't wonder why they... Of course they are. Thank you. Who's stationed on survival? Right. Makes sense if you have them anyway. David K. Hello, good sir. Oh, we're doing fairly well. Warlock's just sliding in to finish off Jean-Marie J. Or however that is supposed to be pronounced. I am... There we go. There we go. Down. And that hopefully is enough XP for him to gain his next, like 50 XP for the first fight. I'm not sure. Yeah, we need to keep them everywhere. Exactly. So, is that in your chest that you can stack more than 10,000? Or is it in warehouse too? Because I remember warehouse is like 10,000. Alright, so he got 13 XP out of that one, which is a bit laughable. Oh, so both in the chest and in the warehouse. That's nice. Oh, David, what you've missed? Oh, quite a bit. First of all, there's a patch that just dropped that changes some of the stuff that happened last year. It's not reverting back to some of the stuff that happened last year, but it's definitely a change. So that's what happens, and that's why we're back playing right now, actually, just to see if it's actually doing what we wanted to. Found in a warehouse, total stack on both. Good. Above 20k per stack. I don't know how big it is. Alright, alright. Good to know. But yeah, David, there's a lot of changes to things like how the guns do damage now, and how strong your ship is, basically on the hit point side. The thickness is still thin-ish. Safe zone battle. Oh, it says safe zone battle in the top. Nice. Oops. So, alright. Relics placed flat on Sancti Spiritus. Okay. The changes so far feels good, David. There's some of the changes I don't like. That's mainly with the safe zones. They've added in safe zones around most ports on the war server and the Caribbean server, and that's a bit excessive. Yeah, they've tweaked the time to kill. That's basically what they've done, and they need to change it a bit more for it to feel right. Right now, it takes a bit too long to kill at first rate. So first rates feels more like line ship should, I think. Yeah, it's a good positioning. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. rank 6s just die instantly, especially when you get up in sizes. So they need to change it a bit more, but we'll see what they'll do with it. David, if you want to watch the initial part of the stream, it's going to be up on YouTube later on. You can see how the Laotian works there. We did the first fight in a Laotian, and that was definitely it's called an interesting experiment. Down. Good turn. Yeah, you're a bit right there, Gorkitty. They need to narrow down the time to kill a bit more, like up the 6th rates and 5th rates just a bit, and then decrease the 1st rates a bit. But I do found that the first fight we did in the ocean, it might be a bit of nostalgia bias in there as well, but it felt slow, it felt ponderous, but it felt powerful at the same time, which I like. I do appreciate that. I do wonder why they've made the requirements for crew the way they did. No, actually, we didn't lose the frigate. We ran as the chickens we are. Right now, we're leveling up more like on the Caribbean server. See if we can get him out of that crazy frigate. But if the devs actually commit to adjusting what they've done here, there's potential for a bit more balance, and also the chance of actually retaining new players on the Caribbean server. It's currently it is a bit hard getting out of the starting position and stuff like that, because you get ganked on pretty hard. But they do need to reduce the area and the amount of ports with safe zones, in my opinion. Alright, Mars down somewhere. Seems like I kind of increased the smoke or something. What broke? What broke? Alright, the missing Mars broke. That's good. Deusvold, have you seen the joke they made and say they made the ship crafted cheaper? Now you have to pay doubloons. Are we back on doubloons to craft ships now, are we? I thought doubloons were more or less out of the game early on. But no, I haven't seen that, Deus. I'm not surprised. And oddly enough, it doesn't really say anything about it in the patch notes about the crafting changes. Another mast down. I mean, if Warlock can't kill this guy, it's saying something, isn't it? Just out of curiosity, who in the chat actually plays? Oh, sorry, bashing the mic. All right, doubloons on the payment. Okay, I can deal with that. How many here actually plays on the free-to-play server, or the Caribbean server as it's called? And what nations do you play? As you can obviously see, I play pirate. Are you listening on both? Or like... Well, he's still afloat, isn't he? So get on it. Alright, that's all the chains I have. I know you don't do yet, Maxi. Alright, prepper. Good to know. Spain on the Caribbean for days. Warlike, oh, you play on this? Good to know, Warlike. Thank you. Oh hell. So basically they've made it so it's just a matter of reals. Now you don't have to go hunting for the logs now. You just pay your way out of it. Ugh. I did like the concept of actually having to go around and pick it up whatever you needed from ports or spending the time to get it. 12,000 doubloons. Well, I'm not too into the meta of this server yet. I don't really know what's defined as expensive and what's not. Not bad on the PvE, PvP servers themselves, because you could. I think most established players will have a decent bank account. As you saw earlier, I do. But then again, trading isn't what it used to be, and you don't necessarily make enough money, because you did early on. Richie, I like the concept of the patch, let's say it like that. I think they need to tweak the size and the amount of safe zones. I think they need to tweak I'm trying to say, the time to kill, both 6th and first rates. First rate seems a bit long, and 6s are just more or less instant if you're in anything bigger than a 6. Or like he's coming up behind me. They did cut the carronades in half, that's true. Did they change the splinter damage though on the KairoS? Pretty sure they did. So Richard, that's my initial impression of the patch. I like the addition of the safe zones, but they need to adjust the amount and the size of them. I like the feel of bigger ships now with the tankiness, but it's a bit too much. If you go back on this stream or you watch it again later, you'll see the first fight we did like 30 minutes in was a Ocean versus Victory, and it took quite a bit of time to actually take down that Victory. Let's see, take the mast down. Not that aiming, you know. Alright. Turn. I'll stop to go. Yes, the minimum crew, maximum crew change. I have no idea why that's implemented the way it is. I don't mind the concept of like upping minimum crew a bit on certain ships to to like preventing too much, like go out, capture one, sail that. But the way they did now is a bit excessive. God, Kitty, the Caribbean won't be going down. They fixed that one first. Then they've done the war server, and they got to do the peace server next. So if you're either on war or Caribbean, you're good. Maybe, David, especially with some of the ones that have been implemented, and also with the changes to the perk system. But before they weren't that important. They definitely matter now. They haven't for a while, I'll say that. You see, even with the amount of holes, we have actually sustained quite a few hits here. You see the damage is more or less negligible. Oh hell, did you get bored at Warlike? Guess we're gonna have to bail them out. For fuck's sake, Warlike. I'm coming. Hawker, I noticed that when you see incoming cannonballs, they seem to be flying much slower or laggy. That might be the stream speed. I don't know, but I'll check next time. Or maybe they do. I don't know. Alright, the war server should be back up. That means the EP server is going back down, as Kitty said. Let's just ram him. We can stop him. 236. We don't need to worry about bracket fire anymore. Yeah, you're right, God Kitty. We tried, Warlike and I started out in a pirate frigate, trying to take on, had two pirate frigates taking on the third raid. That was, let's just call it, an experience subpar. Alright. Alright, let's see if we can follow that. Usually they go grenade, deck guns, and then brace. He got too close and he got too slow, David. Boom. That's it. And you see the new icon for being imported. It was projective, all damage reduced. They did deck guns, they're probably going to go grenades. Let's watch for the firepower, there we go. Yeah, goes grenades. Which I have no idea what it's going to sell for on this server. I don't know the mechanics or the economy that well yet. 28, that's a good attack. Melee's going up, so we're going to go musket volley for the last deck guns, probably. The last second. Boom. Right into defense. If you get deck guns and musket volley into defend, it does good damage. We're going to brace for a round. He's going to go deck guns and grenades, he's going to brace, then we're going to attack and we're going to repeat. £5 up to 2. Goes the grenades. Yep. Wait for it. 42 on the attack. We're good. Melee's going up, so we're going to go deck guns. Oh, we're not. Got the brace. Didn't have the preparation for it, so I just like. It's down to 5 morale. Once we get them on the next attack, we could have them. Once we can capture this one. Deck guns. Gonna go grenades, then we're gonna go attack. If we have the duration, I'm not sure we do actually. No, we're not. We just wanted too short to actually do it last second. We'll see. Go away now. Yeah. Next round. All good. That's actually a good question by Deus in chat. Anyone bought the Rotterdam DLC yet? And if so, how did you find it? Alright, we won. Let's inspect that one. Fish, yada, yada. Yoink, yoink. Yoink. Mortar brick permit, don't need that. Crew transfer. Basic brick. Don't want the basic brick. Want the rattlesnake. What it is with all these pumps? We don't need them. That's a basic brick. We're going to sink that. There we go. There we go. Hopefully that will be it. So right now people are debating the Rotterdam in chat. So Kitty is saying it's got the speed of a frigate, the tanking has guns of the third, an unholy amount of cargo room, and to bonus it's down a rank. Damn. Right, let's quickly head back to Mortimer and get more like his rattlesnake. Let's see what we've got. What kind of rattlesnake is it? Oak, season, teak. No upgrades, no bonuses. Standard. Better than nothing. We'll get him at Trincomalee so he got something to use. I think he has the Trincomalee already. But that's quite interesting about the Rotterdam. Generally, for those of you that have been following the channel for a while, or see my Through the Ranks or my Painter series, I still have the opinion that I'm not paying money for ship DLCs in this game. I mean, you can craft the same ships in the game. I understand the difference from coming from the P server and the War server into the Caribbean main, where there's wipes coming and you may treat it a bit more as a free-to-play game, where you just want some instant action. As you sit down, you might not have the time to grind to actually get there. I understand coming from that perspective. I'm not coming from that angle, so for me, buying ship DLCs isn't really an option. I have the Pandora, I have the Trincomalee, and both were gifts. So Yeah, Maxie, you will get it because you're Dutch as well. But you kind of have to, don't you? Most paid to win the ship. Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised they've made what could be called a bit of a pay to win ship on a free to play server and stuff like that. It's a bit sad though. I'll play this around. That guy. Hans. Yeah, you can make some pretty nice boats, like randomly, but I also like just a bit more ability to actually craft them how you want them. No. He's gotta need that. We might need that. I'll keep the rest for bailing you out. Yes, I did see the picture of the rear of it. It looked very good. Alright, let's see what we get here. Alright, full books. Hand combat. We don't have that one. Use. Cruise ship. We don't have that. Use it. The fire book. We're going to save that. Commentary. I'm going to use the first one. Send to warehouse. Send to warehouse. Send to warehouse. Oink. Yoink. The whole light's up for one more. I might be. Got the crew for it. Probably head out, do 1 or 2 more fights, and that's it. Like an eating here. Alright. Where we're going? I mean, there's not an NPC ship in sight. Because there's so many of us just fucking around Mortimer. Richie, I actually don't know because they've just changed all the numbers with the crew and everything else. I did my I wanted to do an updated video when I changed to the brewing server, but with what they talking and crashing, with what they just changed with the XP and the crew amount, I have no idea. Trink might be a good suggestion. It takes 400 crew on a Trink, so yeah. Good point. You need more than this max crew to basically all ships right now. You need as much crew as you can get. And even NA Map Netlify is much help because they haven't updated that page for quite a while actually. And which is so sad because that was a passion project and was a really good resource for the game. So yeah. Wow, 720? Again, all the numbers are a bit off, so I don't really know. Early on, I would have started saying like Connie and... No, not even Connie, that was 500 early on. But yeah, you might even be into Connie territory, I don't know. Third rate Connie. Warlock, did you see that snow out there? Decent target though. Another one. French. Cool. Pirates. Might not be the most exhilarating kind of gameplay, following around at a lower player, but it is definitely something you should take the time to do so. How about your mates? Have them level up. The more time you invest in friends, more enjoyable, but also you get to have people to fight with much quicker. Which makes the game a bit more fun. And all like bail out my ass more than once. Definitely owe the guy. And my voice is starting to break, so it's probably going to be the last fight, and then we're off for the night. That might actually be the point, Kitty. You're right. If you get like in a third rate or something up next to a first rate, you just press the button of the old. But then again, yeah, I mean, what kind of captain gets into a fight and not load up? Another thing is maybe they want to change the way we actually tag both NPCs and players by removing the prepared tag or the prepared perk. Tagging at range becomes more viable, so that you spend the time loading before you get into broadside ranges. So maybe, I don't know, I might be grabbing at straws here, but that could be another reason for it. I don't know, like forcing us to tag differently instead of just plonking in. But then again, that's just increasing the time to kill, which third rate versus a fifth rate maybe shouldn't be there. I don't know. Low. Look at effect though. Yes, I did see the perks, Kitty. I did. I wonder whether they're more OP now than we were before because you have to switch the numbers around, but it's definitely a massive change from doing small things to now doing massive modifications to the numbers now. Certainly, basically they've changed the perks into being like the books, and I'm not sure why that's the thing, but apparently it is. It's gone away. I mean, I like the way they've done it so that the perks, you pay them like you do port development, so it increases in points, but yeah. Hey Sky Pirate, I wouldn't say they're obsolete. No, I wouldn't say that. But the ends are further apart than they were before, and there's definitely a higher threat when encountering like third, second, and first rates now than they used to be. Like, if you go into my channel, I have videos where I solo an ocean and victories in the pirate frigates. I'm not seeing that happening anytime soon. These recent changes, just one or two mistakes and you're dead. So I wouldn't say ships lower than second are obsolete. It's just more like the ships actually fit their classes now. There's room to tweak it, and I think they need to tweak it a bit. But I think it feels more like it should. The user ships how they are intended. I think, Kitty, you're right. Like, with the new perks, it's not like they're massively OP, but it's different. And we need to look at this. I think some of the stats from Master are just insane, but then again, it's also a 15-point dunk out of 75 maximum. So there is that. Yeah, 6 rates and light frigates are paper thin. Then again, are you going to be fighting anything but 6 and light frigates in a light frigate? So in that perspective, they're even. I do think they take the 6 rates and the smaller frigates, up them a bit, down the first and second rates a bit, and then I think the idea is good. The Sky Pirate, once this stream is over, you can see the first part of it up on YouTube, where we do a ocean versus victory fight. You kind of see how the ocean handles, how that fight plays along, and then you also see us in 2 pirate frigates engaging a, what was it, 3rd rate Bologna? I can't remember. And you see how that went. So it's definitely more of a use the ships as they are intended. Did we take a topmast down? No. Just a good hit. Alright, you're coming in. Right. The Warlock still knows how to sail. Got out of that pretty good. It feels like they've changed the inertia a bit, or I'm just too rusty and out of practice with the Trincomalee. It does feel like on battle sails it's slowing down more than I'm used to. and that the inertia on the yard turning is a bit harder. Well, but that might just be me. Yeah. Wow, my voice is really giving away here. Sorry about that. Yeah, it did, David. It did always handle like a pig, but it feels like it's more cumbersome now. Again, it might just be my tactile, like me being rusty. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Use a bit more out of her if we can. And here we come around. Are you still playing, David? And if you are, what server? Must admit, I haven't used Trink that much. But on this server, who knows? I might. That's Lambert. Yeah, exactly. We got the DLC throw away. Alright, so you're not playing anymore. Well, yeah, I think I remember that. Especially with Bridgeport. Not sure I knew you were a pirate. Ever so slightly. Slow down. It's definitely different than it has been for a while. I'll say that. Definitely different. Time to Kill has changed, which isn't bad necessarily. I mean, we're on 12 minutes in. And halfway through this guy, so... Not bad. Turning. Yes, I'll turn the other way soon. Sorry. I'm wondering, 15 marks this only. I won't break one soon. Might not be able to, but we'll see. I'm just shooting blind right now. I was hoping to get the Tagalon taken down or something like that on the window. Yeah, you might be right. Alright, Warlight, sink that guy, would you? Not having much more luck with taking down those Tagalons. They seem to be squishier, but not having much luck. Oh, he's taking on water, isn't he? He should be. I would have agreed to that before this patch, and even especially before the patch of madness last year, but now not so much. That's a shit shot. Yeah, let's hope it's not the thing. Come around, come around, come around. Might not make it. He's taking on water and more light's coming up from the broadside. Yeah, you might be right. Full carronades on the 6 Kitty. Then again, it's been like that for a time. I mean, the Prince has always been KairoS ship, really. We're still flying all masts. Oh, damn. Oh, overturning. Oh, close the gap a bit. Now what's what he's taking on? We still start to see the waves are going to come up across these cannon ports now. Definitely taking on water. Yeah, KairoS, especially on the smaller ships, always been a thing, right? Sadly, no masts down. Oh yeah, snow with KairoS. That might be good fun actually. Might need to go get one. Alright, he's down. Or good as down. Or I can have a bit of loot. Hopefully that's XP enough for Warlock to increase to the next level. And you get everything. We did. We did. Leave. We got. Yeah, it seems like they're trying to keep the classes in lane. Yeah, you're right. £32 of pain. Yeah. Oh, I didn't get any reward, so. Alright. It is time to turn our nose back to Mortimer. Or my nose back to Mortimer. At least my, as you can hear, my voice needs a break, and it's getting late here anyway. And it's just a regular Monday, so we'll slowly head back to Mortimer, and we'll end the stream once we get there. Any following questions or anything you'd like to see just before we end the stream regarding the new patch? Let me know in the chat. I'll try and show it before we leave. Oh, you do that, David. And if you ever find yourself on the Caribbean main server, let me know. Opposite ends, we'll have a fight. If not, we'll have a fight together. It'd be good fun. Why is it that every time you just want to go quickly back to port, you're either on headwind or stranded on shoals or something like that? I think to have tons, but better to find. Yeah, I mean, you did come in a bit late, David. So I may have covered it early in the stream. If you watch it back, I went over how the save zones are. We just had a look at the number of ships and on the perks for a bit. So the first half hour of the stream. But yeah, again, read the patch notes and jump back in. You'll pick it up pretty quickly, I'm sure. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming back to Mortimer. Last chance for more questions or comments, and if none pops in, we'll be ending the stream in a few minutes, and that'll be it for today. Thank you for stopping by. If you don't have anything on the end here, thanks to all who jumped in and had questions or comments. It's been great fun. Couple of good hours, and I've mentioned this on the earlier stream. I am quite busy for the coming months, but after that it should clear up a bit, and I might return and do a video too irregularly, or a bit of streaming. So all right, David, if you start news KairoS, let me know. Pop me a message or something like that. I am, as you know, a pirate, so you can come with me or you come against me. No stream sniping, thanks. Yeah, that's not stream snipe too much. Right, Sky Pirate. David, if you find any good recipes for sea monsters, you better let me know, man. Bounty Hunter, did you just come in as we're wrapping it up? Really, dude? Oh my god. Yeah, you did just miss it. I am mostly positive about the changes. Still too soon to really give it a good opinion on it. Initially, I like the idea behind the patch, but I need to tweak the save zones. By that I mean the amount and the sizes. They need to tweak the time to kill on 6 rates. They need to increase that, and they need to lower it a bit on first. And then there, I'm not sure. But Bounty Hunter, it's going out on YouTube once the stream is over, so you can rewatch it there if you want to, once you have more time. And we'll be, the first half hour is basically just going over the changes. Just Kitty says craft a solid first rate with 24 HP size. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be a while before I can craft one though on this server. That's PvP. David, come hook me up. I'll happily sail with you someday. It goes for all of you actually. Indeed, Bounty Hunter, indeed, let's hope so. Alright, everyone. Last chance, if you have any questions or comments, now's the time. And if not, thank you for stopping by, thank you for watching, thank you for interaction with the stream. And to everyone that's been watching on YouTube later on, thank you for all your support on the videos on the YouTube. And let's see. Alright, everyone in chat, last chance. Let's just check redeemables, by the way. Let's paint this Trincomalee, why don't we? Oh. Paint the Trincomalee. I don't remember the colours for the Trink either. So that's the original, that's Brest Harbour, that's a brown and red one. Oh, Pink Royale. That's different. Rouge Noir, it's a black and red. This is my, I'm not going to try to pronounce that, but this is my favourite. I usually go for that one for most of my ships. Scarred isn't bad on a Trink either. I kind of like that, especially for a pirate. With Scarred, it's different, not used much. Where we go for this? Warehouse. Where is it? Trinks. There we go. Goodbye, Deus. And you too, David. Appreciate stopping by. Jingle Sasquatch. Someday this game will actually get out of beta. Let's hope so, Ginger. Technically, they launched it, but they still treat it as early access, that's for sure. Yeah. Alright, everyone. I'm going to drop the stream here. Thank you for stopping by, and hope to see you again soon. Bye.